It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning AFC champs and the Jets. Next on Madden NFL 22.
The stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. And able to get this out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. There's what Carter did in last week's effort. 16 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
A throw over the middle, take it in.
It's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way over. He was able to make the catch. And the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. On first down, right back to Carter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson escaping the pressure right. That's complete. Okuyabuna. He is out of bounds inside the 35. A glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. That's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Jets hit the ball first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
Maybe trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Lawrence to throw. It's caught by OBJ.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that can be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
Yeah, I am impressed. It means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 54. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
They're making it look easy out there. No 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Carter. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
After 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Carter, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson. It goes to 10-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? Let's say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Carter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run here with Carter. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Eluding the pressure right. A gain of 4 last play. They never got here. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, Sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We're talking about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson. He's going to score 17-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Clay Brooks to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
On first down, Carter. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Clay Brooks to return it. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go!
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
he'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for a sack. Put Quentin Williams there to bring him down. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot. And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in that one. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this underneath to Henderson. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And he's got this down to the 35. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and that's a big kick, but now we just, if they move it short, like due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Lawrence. And the Jets pressure too much. It's down. So pushing it back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Carter to start the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Carter once more. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Wilson going to give to Carter on the option. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Carter. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra across the middle, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run. Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. 35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back.
And now look at him go. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter, 63 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Michael Carter and the Jets offense ready to get back to work. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he is.
That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. 178 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Carter will try the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. They'll get that complete to Alberto. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they just have 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Clay Brooks to return it. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. John Franklin Myers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described. Pressure.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year. The best games that we've called thus far. Anticipate the season unfolding, we can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Edwards now on 1st and 10. A good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
Here comes the ball.
Second down and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Mims. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And probably the coach ready for the phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Clay Brooks to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just... And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Craig Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Lawrence. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. And they take a knee. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. The kick also is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's a 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, Do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Again, it's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. It's Henderson. And now they're in the hurry up. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes, left side. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good.